I'm just so ready. You know, so much going on.
What you ready for?
A break.
You already know I'm out of the office. Okay. Peace.
But guess what though?
What's up?
It's the end of the season. It's the season finale. And we are live for our season finale.
Totally.
Hey.
It stayed in. Okay.
Okay. Shout out to Haitian Pete, who was the first person.
Oh, okay. Let me get to sharing and everything, make sure the sound is off on my end so you don't get that feedback.
Yeah, we can't let that happen. Today.
Oh, and then it did it anyway. I try to be fast.
Oh, for the sound?
Yeah. Who was the first person?
Haitian Pete.
Haitian Pete. What's up? All right. Okay, I already shared, so I'm ready when you are. Wait, are you sharing too?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I thought you mean
I'm typing like I'm typing up a book report over here.
Okay. Yo, it feels good, Mark, that this is the last one, before this break. It feels like a Friday to me.
It feels like school's out. No.
Summer vibes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go swimming.
Well, I'm gonna be with you in spirit because clearly I can't swim. But
I can't swim everybody?
Oh, okay. Wonder Twin powers activate. What's up, everybody? I am Mark Monroe, accompanied by my wonderful co-host, co-producer, co-creator, good friend, fellow trader, as well as art extraordinaire, galactic catalyst, Earth trailblazer, Jolympian out here.
Yeah.
It's goody.
Yo, it's jolyngc, the place to be, and I am so thankful it is Thursday. This feels like my Friday. Why? Because we out the office right when the show's over. Pencils down, boy.
Yes, but if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. And also, if you like our channel, as well as like the videos that we do, as well as like our faces, and think that just melon and talking about finance, investing, and all this other good stuff, and everything in between, go ahead and smash that like button. And on top of that, if you want to be in the know, aka the notification squad or the Cool Kids Club, go ahead and hit that bell so that way you can be like Haitian Pete, who was first to the video.
Yes.
So, Jolyn, whoa.
Your thing went out? Wait, what's going on? Whoa, do we land in Disney? This is hilarious. I look like a little kid.
What just happened?
I don't know, but I'm with it.
Okay. All right. Well, I can handle it. Like, let's go. Jolyn, how do we do in the markets?
What does it, cousins? This is jolyngc, the place to be. And today is Hot Take Thursday, the final one before we are officially out of the office. We got the Dow coming in at 153.60 points. The Nasdaq was at 15.68 points. I almost forgot to say the S&P 500. That's how out of the office I am. The S&P was at 18.41 points. The VIX came down to 17.70 points, and the 10-year Treasury note, yes, I did look it up, 1.26%. Heading over to sector performance. As you know, there are 11 sectors. We track the top 3 and the bottom 3 so we can see what the rotation is looking like. We got materials, financial, energy coming in at the top 3. Bottom 3, health, real estate, and communication services, most likely. We'll put that all on Facebook, most likely. Real estate and communication services were the only 2 that were in the red, FYI. Then let's skip on over to pick performance. Let's call this sip performance. Let me take a sip. Mark, you might want to take one too. All right. We got AMD.
Wait, hold up. We got who?
AMD.
Let's go.
Yo, let's just take a moment because AMD was up by over 5% today. Okay, like it closed out at over 100. Like, shout it out to AMD, to all the doubters, to all the ones who were let's even shout out the bandwagoners, you know, those that just now coming on. AMD, if I had some flowers, I'd give you some.
Yes.
And then we got Tesla waking up. And they had over 4%, over 4.5%. It was like 4.69% or something. Then we have SE coming in at over 3% as well. So that's pretty good for the top 3 on the list. And you can find this list if you head on over to our Instagram at that come up series. I'm laughing at the Dark Knight over here. And then for the bottom 3, we have C-Web, SDGR, and Roku coming in all red in the bottom. Roku was negative like 4%, man. That's hella. So they were down. But you know, y'all, these are the type of vibes we're gonna be on all day. So just get used to it right now. So it's the end of July. So we have people, you know, most likely taking profits and, you know, locking in that performance for the end of July. Shout out to AMD again, because they were also one of the most active on our list. So that's dope. And you already know who also made the most active list as well. And I don't know if people are on the good side or the bad side, but it was your favorite ticker symbol, HOOD.
Yeah. Okay.
You already know that was a Robinhood. They IPO'd with a negative 8.37%. So that's how they did today. Shout out to those of you who had puts. I didn't, or not even puts, but just, you know, maybe we're thinking to stay away. So shout out to everyone on that front. Mark, you know, it's hot take.
Can I give a special shout out?
Yes, go for it.
Because, you know, I feel like there's a lot of folks that are so serious. So, you know, shout outs to FTNT in the aftermarket after reporting that it's solid earnings, but I'm sure that we'll probably get to that a little bit later. But
yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say also AMD had a 52-week high. So that was good. And I believe there was someone else that had one too. I didn't write this one down though. We had a lot of earnings that we definitely need to get into.
Well, I got many faces tonight, but you know, if I need to, we can always bring it back. You know.
Okay. To the Matrix.
We can always bring it back to the Matrix because, you know, tonight is definitely going to be on one of them type of vibes. But for now, I'll keep it Disney. I'll keep it Disney, though that, you know, probably Scarlett Johansson right now is not, but that's okay.
Oh, she, you know, I thought that when basically Disney came back and they were just like, no, ma'am, no merit in no ma'am. Right. Oh my God.
Yo, I feel like we're gonna have so much fun tonight. Like there's a lot, you know, we got folks that are being indicted. We got
it's wild in these Wall Street.
You know, they out here, but you know, before we do all that, I got one last face. You know what that face is?
What?
Yo, just call me.
Simone Biles? Oh, okay.
Monroe.
You gotta go like this. You gotta go like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with my Disney vibes for this one. So you know what? We definitely need to bring on some guests though.
I feel like we do. I feel like this is,
you know, a little party.
I feel like we need to have a party, you know, because there's a lot going on and everything else. So, you know, why not? You know, I feel like there's some folks knocking on at the door. Like, you know, let's let them on in because
who that is?
man.
Okay.
What was it?
You know what time
You
it
know,
is,
hot
man.
takes.
Here for it.
I'm feeling
Just
mighty
let me know
basic
what
with
vibe.
my real face.
Just preface me and let me know what vibe you want me to give you, because whatever the vibe is, I'll match it with face, and you know I'll give it that energy tonight. Tonight is like, yo, we are introducing Mark Monroe Unplugged.
Yo. I don't know what type of time you on, Mark. You wilding tonight.
I'm here for it, and if I ever need to go back to the original, you know.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. I hope my nephew is watching. He is probably freaking out. Oh my God. Because, you know, he's a pandemic baby. So he's already has a little touch of social awkwardness. He thinks I like live in some type of screen. So when he sees me, he stares at me in disbelief. So him seeing this, he is probably going crazy right now.
Yo, y'all look wild.
It's
I'm
too
feeling real
we-
basic. Real
we
basic.
really doing
with
this?
My real face, y'all.
Yeah, we're really doing this. Wait, y'all want to join in the party? What's going on?
doing it.
Listen, man. I already pulled the silky out. That's enough filter for me.
Yeah, we see you with the fresh Omaha in the back too.
Yeah,
I mean, gotta keep a reminder.
Well, yo, let's get into these topics here, y'all. For the hot take or whatever. Okay, so first question up. How would crypto mining winding down in China affect Nvidia going forward?
Is that a real question?
It is, and I'm not going to say who it's from, but yeah, it's a real question.
Okay. Well, first things first, crypto wasn't really a huge market for Nvidia in the first place. I think that they were only doing that with a limited amount of supply because they were bringing in pretty much, if you look at the chipsets, they were using existing chipsets that were already there and just literally improving their BIOS so that way it could do the mining. So honestly, I think that they had already gotten rid of a significant amount of that inventory, and then they could just move back to essentially, hey, well, we can go back to our original scheduled programming, which is data centers, gaming, as well as high performance computing. Mm-hmm. So I think, and on top of that, AI. So I think that honestly, I mean, that was a good money grab for Nvidia. I don't think that this is going to hurt them in the long run.
Okay, so keeping it within the chip sector, you know, AMD. Tibo, how are you feeling?
You know, man, feeling pretty good myself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I saw that 100 and, you know, I almost shed a tear for Lisa, man. You feel me? And matter of fact, I do need to address, you know, some AMD bears. If you had puts on AMD or you was kind of bearish on AMD this week, I do have some left. Listen, first, you're going to get a God bless and a good night. And secondly, you know, just to show love to you as well, because I'm trying to have better energy in my life. I do have some leftover peanut butter and jelly in the pantry that you could borrow, you know, just in case you get hungry tonight. Feel me? Because you might be starving.
Hey.
Those bears taste nice.
But no, I'm feeling good about AMD, Jolene, to answer your question. Seeing that $100 finally, you know, it's about 6 months too late, but you know, it felt good regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's real. Chips. That's real.
Little chips finally hitting, huh?
Yo, we not doing no little chip talk tonight.
Listen, energy.
Hey, Mark,
yo, they
co-host
were
me
little
real
when
quick
we
so
talked
I
about
could
it.
mute them just
They were
in
little.
case.
You said what?
I said co-host me real quick just in case I need to mute somebody. We not doing no little chip action tonight.
I mean, y'all grew up. That's what's up. I support that.
I'm just gonna say to anybody who's talking about little chips, how you like me now?
Listen, man, it's big chips.
No, hey,
big chips now.
You know what I know that's not on fire right now? Intel.
Listen, man, big hot Cheeto bag on deck. Come on now.
Oh man. Okay, so just so you all know, I do also want to just to the cousins, you know, while we have some OG cousins on, you know, we're also going to be talking about lessons learned. So, you know, we're kikiing and stuff now, but there might be some hard lessons that we gotta get serious for, later. So I'm just giving y'all the heads up. But back to the news here. Okay, so everyone wants to talk about the AMD earnings. I know we just spent a little bit of time on AMD, but was there anyone, just for the record, I just want to take a tally, was there anyone on here that was surprised, or this is what they expected?
I mean, I expected big. I think they came a little harder than I thought. I'll admit that. I mean, I expected strong revenue and everything that they did, but they didn't just do it. She came out, Lisa, like she is AMD. AMD came out and just, they killed it beyond what I thought. So I'll say that.
They were overdue though. They really were overdue. So.
Okay. All right. Okay, moving on here.
You know what my vibes are right now. So.
Yo, the mouth on that goat is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
The goat cracks me up. All of them are really funny though. But what do you think about, speaking of those kinds of animals here? What do you think about Webull? Does anyone have an experience with it? Is it good for beginners or overall for traders? Does anyone have any experience with Webull that you can shed some light on for a cousin that asked?
Well, I will say this. If you do go use Webull, I mean, have fun, God bless, in the words of Tebow. I mean, it's like, you got to start somewhere. I mean, as long as you're somewhere in the landscape as it pertains to investing or doing your trading journey, start someplace. And then essentially, as you go through in the process, you'll evolve. I mean, some folks will start off in the hood, and then ultimately they'll make their way to the brighter lights of, say, for example, the TDs, the E-Trades and Charles Schwab's of the world. And we'll even sprinkle in a little bit of Fidelity over there. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so here's a question for, Shannon, I don't know if you can answer this, but okay, I'm asking anyway. Tesla getting into crypto mining, fly or flop? Okay, so we got one flop. T-Will's holding his breath, doing a little sway.
I mean, if it generates income, I'll say it's fly. I'm never gonna hate on nobody getting money.
Okay. Ashley, any thoughts? Fly or flop?
I'm gonna go flop, just because I'd rather you just focus your time and attention elsewhere. Just to be honest.
I can do another one of these.
Like your whole other business, really would love for you to just continue over there. But they're gonna do what they do.
Okay. The majority, I'm just letting you know right now, the majority of these questions are all about AMD earnings.
Rightfully so.
Giving you guys, that heads up. Here's a question. What are the, let's see, Olympics and the impact on the stock market, if any?
You seen Nike?
What was that, Shannon?
You seen Nike?
I've seen Nike. Let's check in and see how Nike did today, y'all. All right, so Nike had that was the other 52-week high. Nike had a 52-week high. They were up today by almost 1%. Almost. But their chart, if you look at their chart, it's been a steady upward. After they came out with their earnings last month, I mean, their chart is crazy. It's like super steep, and then it's like super steep and strong. So,
but we got a poll going in the chat where AMD, did you really believe or doubt? So, yeah, it's running right now.
Oh yeah, sure. Cool.
Let's see. Let's show yourself.
Tell the truth now.
It's okay. You're gonna be anonymous, so nobody.
Yeah, they finna be up in there big capping.
Tell the truth, y'all. Tell the truth. We need this for research purposes.
Talking about extra large fitted caps.
For research.
Oh gosh. Okay, here's a question. Who will benefit from the infrastructure bill the most? Tesla or Ford or GM? Dang, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, you take that one.
Sorry, I didn't have my glasses on. Can you ask that question again?
Yes. Who will benefit from the infrastructure bill the most? Tesla, Ford, or GM?
well, it's a it's a pity. It's a pity move for legacy auto. But I mean, honestly, this just allows Tesla to just continuously scale and moving forward. I mean, you can give the legacy folks the extra $2,500 because I'm sure that they're going to need it for those credits. But then in the end, it's like you just gave Tesla 10,000, and then on top of that, Tesla having the mega infrastructure already. I mean, and then on top of that, it's like it gives even further incentive for Tesla to take even more of a lion's share when it comes to supercharging networks around the nation.
So Mark, what did Ford do today?
I don't know, cap. Just like,
Yo.
I'm
They
just
did report
saying,
earnings. They
don't
did
sleep
report
on how much
earnings.
America loves Ford.
Yeah, I mean, but wait, does America really love Ford? There's 366 million people in the United States, but yet only 120,000 folks pre-order for that Ford F-150. You know, and I'm gonna just stop.
That's a
And
different
Ford
kind of
Compton
America.
said EV. Right. Ford said
Where
EV
is
and
my
went
check?
up 5%.
That's a different part of America that I love for it. We know, those type of people.
Saying, when you think about like the infrastructure of like, having tunnels underneath that work with electric vehicles, when you think about robo taxis, when you think about supercharging, when you think about full self-driving, when you think about all those things that tie into the electric vehicle infrastructure, I mean, somebody's already there. Yeah. Others, they're saying, okay, well, it's going to take us till 2040 to build it.
This infrastructure bill, Mark, we talking like the next 2 to 5?
I know. So if you already have that infrastructure put in place, and then you got the government just like giving you free meal tickets out here. I mean, we've already seen.
Unless we're about to be driving. I mean, unless we're about to be driving underground, Mark. Unless we're driving underground tomorrow, I'm just saying.
I can do that in Vegas. I can do it in Vegas.
Has anyone?
And I can do it in Cali.
Recently?
I mean, I haven't like gone yet, but if I really wanted to, I could. But I'm just saying that essentially, if you get like, think about it. Look at what happened to the United States government and the American people when it came to working. Now look at that. We're almost reaching the 2-year marker there, right? And look at how companies are struggling there. Well, I mean, you just given Tesla kind of like that same type of energy stimulus.
Sorry, that freaked me out.
Killing me.
Oh, their faces. Okay, y'all. Well, moving on. Is Apple beefing with Facebook and Google?
Beefing.
In quotes.
The choice of words.
We're gonna put it in quotes for you, T-Will. That's the question, though. What do you guys think?
I don't think so. I think it's just more so in the sense of posturing, especially as like, okay, hey, who looks the worst? And I think that everybody's just like, hey, it's really Facebook, but we're going after Apple, and it's like, hey, I don't look bad. It's like, yo, it's like imagine like if 3 dogs pooped in the yard, which dog is going to point out whose poop stinks the most?
Mm-hmm. Apple trying to puff their chest.
There you go.
But Tim Cook is definitely not sliding on Mark Zuckerberg. So just watch your choice of words, whoever asked
that. Okay, here's another AMD question. Do you think AMD will continue to run or pull back by end of the year?
They couldn't wait to ask that question. I'm gonna let
somebody else take that one. You know what?
I mean, I think you want to be this. Oh, T-Will or Ashlyn?
Pull back to where? Because if we talk, just foreshadowing the conversation coming later, it all comes down. The question is down to what level and what does it hold? So do we keep running straight up? Nah, but where do we? I don't know. Is 100 where it bases out, or are we going to go back to this 95 and hang out for a little bit?
Okay.
Word on the street is that there's still that price target for 115, 120 by the end of the year. So,
facts. And it blew through 100 with ease. It wasn't no resistance at 100. So, I mean, take that for whatever you take it for.
Okay, one of Mark's favorites, FTNT earnings. There were questions about the earnings. Well, there was that. The question is the earnings. I mean, it's not like a full out question, but
Earnings were solid. Earnings were solid across the board. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. And on top of that, there's still a huge upside. If there's only 23% of cloud infrastructure that currently has been penetrated throughout the entire global markets. And then on top of that, with cloud infrastructure means also cybersecurity, because clearly we're seeing that everybody's being, hacked these days. I mean, the best place where you want to be is, you can't go wrong with FT&T, but I will give honorable mention to Zscaler and CrowdStrike and, CrowdStrike and a few other companies, but we'll just go with those top three for now.
Okay. So I want to transition, y'all. That was the majority of, there are a lot of overlaps. Let me see. There's one other one. Oh, here's a question. Should Lululemon be concerned about Victoria's Secret selling gym wear?
This is not my
Yeah.
so I defer and I fall.
I'll let y'all have that one.
Here's my thoughts on that. My
Nobody
first initial answer is no. I don't think they should be worried about it. Victoria's Secret has been struggling with brand identity for quite some time, since after, let me see, maybe like 2000 or so. I just remember being in college and Victoria's Secret starting to, fall off. They tried to rebrand with the pink brand. One of their missed opportunities was linking with colleges more, to have licensing deals potentially to have a pink version of those different college brands. They didn't do that. And now you go to a mall. At least here, most of the Victoria's Secrets are gone. I think we have a handful left. They used to be everywhere. And so now they're trying to get into gym wear, and you don't initially think of Victoria's Secret when you're trying to go to the gym. That's number one. And number two, trying to penetrate that market where Lululemon is already pretty dominant. What do you plan to do? Most of your material is polyester. That's a cheap material, and at the same time, it's not necessarily the best material to work out in. You need some Lycra, you need some nylon, some spandex, some other materials that have more durability. So if they want to go that kind of fast fashion, throwaway, let me look sexy in my, gym wear for this picture, and then throw that stuff away. It's not going to be something that has longevity. I doubt if they'll be able to get any actual market penetration. I don't think they'll be taken seriously when it comes to actually being in that space. It's a miss in their brand. They may be able to get away with some things with the pink brand, but when you think of going to the gym, you're not thinking about Victoria's Secret. I don't know, Shannon, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think the Lulu brand loyalty is strong, real strong. And I think so. I don't think there's a threat there at all. Maybe with some of your other brands, like Old Navy has a line, and stuff that's not as performance related or geared towards performance, that may be a threat there. But I think Victoria's Secret needs to figure out who they are.
Yeah, totally. Even sizes, y'all. They don't have enough sizes for folks. Where are folks gonna put their fupa? They're not. They're not gonna put it anywhere. Okay, it ain't working.
I personally can't. I can't trust Victoria's Secret with my gym needs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, what's going on? All right, so we have Amazon beating EPS, earnings per share, but missing on revenue. Will this quarter be sideways, bull, or bear? Thoughts?
Is it on me or
whoever wants to chime in?
I think you're the only one that got the pockets for Amazon contracts, so that's yours right there, bro.
For yourself.
I'm just gonna say this for tomorrow, for everybody who's getting ready to that's been waiting for an opportunity to take on an Amazon, it's about to be like this after the sell-off takes place.
Yo, he is cutting up.
No, and he's quick with it too.
So I think that honestly, yeah, I'd be a lookout for when Amazon bottoms out, because I think that based upon where it drops to today, I think it puts it close to correction territory down there, I think around the 200-day moving average, as well as that support area in which that there's significant buyer support. So yeah, that's an opportunity that, you know, hey, I'm knocking. So I may answer.
Okay.
You know, speak of the man, and he shall appear.
Yo, dog, you gotta stop.
Somebody stop him.
You gotta stop. Yo, where is Erica?
Cannot let Mark have filters. No.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yo, okay. Mark, I don't know which filter you want to put on, but we're about to transition to lessons learned, y'all. So, Mark, 7 months. Y'all, it's been 7 months of 2021.
Yes.
We're closing this month out. You know, we're closing it out. And from January, not anything from last year, but just from January till now, what have you learned? Like, how has this market influenced you as a trader / investor? You know, talk about some of those big lessons that you all have had.
I can take it. I mean, I'll let whoever wants to go first take it though. Okay.
I mean, I was trying to be respectful for the ladies, but I mean, for me personally, I would say, like, when I was a kid, I used to play outside a lot, and my mom would have to like drag me back inside. And I'm just learning, as you get older, when it starts raining outside, it's time to come inside. Like, don't be trying to play and dance in the rain like it's you got served. No, sometimes you got to bring it inside, dry off,
that's what you
reset,
want?
and then when it's sunny, go back out. So in terms of options, you know, just making sure that you locking in your profits, or you have a set amount that you know you willing to lose. Because if you let it go past that amount, there's no set amount that your option is just gonna say, you know what, TiVo, you lost enough money in this position. We're gonna cut this off for you. And no matter how far the stock go down, your option gonna stop losing money. We'll be waiting for you whenever you. It don't work like that. Like, it really can go to zero. You feel me? Whether it's a leap, a weekly, whatever. You feel me? So I just learned that I do always need to have a number in my head to say, you know what? I don't care how good this company is. I don't care what they got coming. I'm going to cut this right here, and I might need to just hop back in on one of the sunny days. You feel me? That's what I learned.
Yeah, I mean, same boat. Also, it does not matter how beautiful your thesis is, how clear your vision is of the future. If your timing is wrong, you are wrong. And that's real. Like, I saw some crazy games, and those games, they were on some Sha'Carri Richardson vibes, like gone fast. like it was a different level. And it's not because I fundamentally assessed something wrong. It was like TiVo said, my timing. And I think I approach this, I'm naturally an investor. Like, I can play the long game, I can wait. You can do some of that in trading, but options trading, it's a totally different vibe. So this was, yeah, it was a real wake up. A lot of never agains. I've said that, I don't know how many times, but never again.
What's one of your never again?
Some of those things.
What's one of your never agains?
Never again will I misappropriate funds in my account as far as allocation size. Like, that's just some stuff where I saw some magic happen and got a little greedy. So you lose a lot when you put a lot in. So really just being proper with that. And also, like TiVo said, like, never again watching things as they just fall day after day and just sitting there in awe.
It will go to zero.
Never,
it will
right?
Go to zero.
Yeah, they do go to zero. So never again.
Actually, a twist on something Ashley said about being an investor for the long haul. I think one of the things I realized is that I'm playing the long game, so I don't have to get astronomical returns on every single trade, right? Like, it's okay to take 20%. It's okay to take 30%. Like whatever the opportunity presents, like take your money when you can. Don't just sit there hoping for some percentage return that's not really based on anything. Like there's so many factors that go into that. You can't just go into a trade and be like, oh, I'm gonna get 1,000% on this. It might not work out like that. And so just realize like you really want to live to trade another day.
I guess for me is, and especially like, you know, for the person who like, you know, for the responsibility that I sit on, and which is, you know, having to teach, you know, really it's like, you know, it's like, you know, as much patience as I have with like myself and also my trade, you also have to have the same thing with patience with people. But also one of the biggest lessons that I learned this year was also in the sense of, just like a trade, it's like you can also run out of patience with people. So that's one of the things for me. And it's just like, you know, for those in whom which that, you know, you already know the whole backstory and everything else. And it's like, you know, with the patience also comes like patience is built when you have that strong conviction in something.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have that strong conviction that's based upon data, even then it's like, understand this. And this is just me like transitioning from like, you know, teacher to trader, but at the same token, giving you both. You can have that strong conviction and everything else, which means that like having a strong conviction, you're going to go through some things, you know, like really like, it's like when you see the long game, you know, you got to think about it like this. A goat traveling up a mountain is going to reach some points in time where it gets tired, but yet at the same token, it has the strong conviction that it can make it up to the top of the mountain. And though everybody else, like, you know, the other animals out there will say, hey, you know, maybe this just ain't it. And you're going to hear a lot of noise and a lot of whatever. It's more so in the sense of that strong, unwavering belief. And even then, realize this, that, you know, you have to have that humility also. Like, you have to be brazen, but not be arrogant. And then also it's like, you know, but be humble, but don't be timid. Kind of mentality where it's like, hey, this can screw up. And if it does screw up, then say, all right, well, hey, you have to readjust and say, all right, well, is this going to continue on? Or is it something that I'm going to actually have to let go? And also be okay with letting it go. Like, that's the biggest part. You know, some folks that were sitting back and like waiting for things, you know, and I've done this before and, you know, in my trading years, like where it's just like, you know, sometimes you just, you know, you just sit back and watch it go all the way down to zero. And yet each and every single time, it's like you're sitting there and you can press the button to literally just say, okay, hey, I'm going to stop this. You know, you have the power to do that. So essentially, it's like, it's just really that paralysis part that I feel like a lot of traders, especially in their beginning days, you're going to be going through those types of experiences, but more so in the sense of, you know, really just having that patience and that conviction to move forward. I mean, 2020, there was no such thing and no such need for patience and conviction because everything was there. But now it's like we're getting back to a form of normalcy, just like we're getting back to normalcy from the pandemic. So too will be the stock market. And I think the stock market is also a representation of that. And so with that being said, you know, and us getting back to normal within the stock market, it's like now you're starting to see that everything just doesn't hit immediately. It doesn't just, there is no automatic wins anymore.
Yeah, I think for me, you know, I'll put all my lessons in wealth ritual, so I'm not going to say too much right now, but I will say one of the biggest lessons I learned, and this is just like on a, I don't know how I want to phrase it, but like one of the biggest lessons I learned is to be neutral when people love you and to be neutral when people hate you. Just, you know, be neutral. Have that sense of equilibrium, because I was fortunate to see the 360 view of everybody. You know, like the you know, what do you want to call it? The stand, so to speak, and then those that just got real weird, you know, and corny, actually, I mean, in my opinion. So I seen it all, and I'm thankful to have seen it all, as far as like the range of human emotion goes as it relates to money. And one thing it did do was deepen my compassion and expand my capacity for this work. I think the work would be kind of stilted if we only saw like all the good, if it was all just, you know, roses the whole way. But to see people that look like me experience highs and lows is really, it for me personally, it has deepened the work. And I know like what it looks like to see like a whole people financially oppressed, and to see when those gains happen, and to see when those heartbreaks happen. And I think at the end of the day, and actually at the beginning of the day, just being able to have witnessed that has shaped a lot of how I engage with this work. And so, and how I will continue to move forward. So I'm thankful for what we saw early on this year. You know, I will say that, you know, I took a big loss, one of my biggest losses to date, and I'll talk more about it when we film for Wealth Rituals season 2. But you know, when you talk about like just watching something how it can go down to zero, I actually had a moment of paralysis. Like I sat there and just watched the whole thing go to flames. And part of that was, you know, there was the not doing what I say that I'm going to do, is that, you know, shaving off profit. There was nothing stopping me from shaving off profit when it was what it was.
Yep.
You know, so anyway, I'll get more into that obviously, because I save all my content for Wealth Rituals season 2. Okay. So there's so many more lessons, and there's good things too, y'all. It's not just bad. I'm just talking about that one thing that happened. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Wow, whoa, you gonna play me like that? Like that's what it was like. I sat there stunned, but man, I'm stronger for it. I'm stronger for it. Like, will that happen again? Absolutely not. That's not gonna happen again. And I'm glad that it happened at this stage, because then when we're talking about billions, I'm not losing billions. It's okay to lose anything under $1 billion, because you can make it back, you know. But when we get to the billions, what was that, Mom?
Can I give a gem after you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying after you.
Yeah, all I was gonna say was, you know, once we get to the billion, we need to learn these lessons in the smaller zeros, y'all. Learn them now, so that when we get to the billions and it comes to, okay, this is the generational wealth that we're leaving our families, there's not going to be those mistakes. And that same, not only will you be leaving money, but you'll also, or in wealth, you'll also be able to share that knowledge, so that the people coming after you, your descendants or ascendants, as we say in Ghana, will benefit from the depth of your experience and know that it wasn't just shallow.
One of the things that I want to give to everybody, which is like a lesson, and some folks, they may not catch it today, but I mean, you know, I've been giving a lot away. I've been giving a lot of free gems throughout the course history of my time, but here comes another one. Something to think about. You know, really, when you take those losses, like a lot of folks like to focus on those losses. But then it's like the interesting thing, and you can go and ask any trader. Go ask any trader about their worst loss. Now, it's like the funny thing about it is, after you ask them about their worst loss, and then when it's like you see them like where they are, 9 times out of 10, they're a lot higher than what their worst days were before. Then like their current day is always worse than where they once were. Like that's something to always remember when it comes to investing and trading or whatever it is, especially if you're putting the time and the work in. If you're putting the time, the necessary energy and work in, then honestly, here's something, like, focus. Like, money can be lost. Knowledge lasts with you forever. Now you've learned the skill. Now you've gone through it. You've gained the experiences. Yeah, you're going to be gun shy and all this other stuff. But it's like, I don't know a single good trader out there that has taken a significant loss in time and then is still exactly where they are. I just don't know of any. I don't know of any investors like that. I don't know of any traders like that. Hey, I don't even know any entrepreneurs like that. Typically, naturally, you get better over time. So, you know, the thing is like, you know, imagine this. Be happy that if you are taking a loss, or if you've experienced a loss, or if you're going through that right now, like, you know, imagine going through that right now and be grateful to go through it now versus later on, once when you've gained all this knowledge and everything else. And then essentially it's like, now it's going to be a matter of, well, you knew better. You should have known better, versus now it's like, I'm still learning. It's good to gain those experiences under still learning versus should have known better. Don't let that go over your head.
Yeah.
Back to our original schedule program.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you all for sharing what you shared. You know, I appreciate that. I'm glad you all were able to join us today. I'll just put that on the record now. So in our last, what was that, Mark?
Can I get to some shade, please?
Yeah, I was just about to pull something up.
I mean, shoot, we getting on Tuesdays with Maury up in here.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let me get my steps then. Go on ahead.
Yo, we got people cueing the violin music now. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm out here like
real somber.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Oh, Lord.
Trevor, bring it in.
Oh.
Bring it.
Nicola.
Hey, Trevor. It's me. You know, we met before, you know, beyond all the Pixar, you know, it's me, that guy. But, you know, today it's special. You may have, you know, seen some of the videos and everything else. And, you know, some of the folks may not have, you know, listened to me on Cloudhouse or whatever it was. But, you know, I just wanted to just, you know, say, hey, you will get through this no matter what it is. I mean, I think that, you know, those counts are pretty steep. And, you know, it's like, you know, no, that's not true. I'm not even gonna try to play it. I don't feel for you, because honestly, it's like you swindled a lot of folks out here with their money as it pertains to Nicola, and to everybody else that was trying to beat me upside of the head with the stick and everything else, talking about, oh, well, Mark, you don't understand the Nicola thesis. I'm sorry, there was no thesis. What you tried to invest in or trade on was a business plan, and ultimately it didn't work out. And he knew what the truth was, because ultimately. And then on top of that, you know, shout outs to Nicola for the wonderful attempt to say, hey, that was Trevor. But, you know, Trevor started the company. So where does that leave y'all? So, I mean, I also want to send a special shout out to GM. Yes, shout outs to GM. You know, you definitely dodged that bullet. But you should have never been there at the investment table in the first place. But you know what? We'll give you kudos points. So I just want to send that shout out to you, Trevor, in the sense of saying, you know, you're a jerk and that you should have never tried to commit fraud. And ultimately, this is what you get for trying to say that you are better than Elon Musk and Tesla. See, you know, when you do that, and I could have sworn I said this because Father Time is on the screen with me, so he can also, you know, fact check me if I'm wrong. But I could have sworn that what I said was, when you put that spotlight on yourself, or when you try to be a spotlight and go up against the sun, you get burned. So I guess not enough SPF 30. Because this one's gonna burn. It may last, you know, maybe about 20, 25 years. But I want to just say this, you know, from the bottom of my heart, from us here at the Come Up series to you, good luck.
People, you want to throw in your phrase?
God bless. He definitely get a God bless. 25.
Yeah. And, you know, I'll just say this. Trevor, you won't be alone pretty soon. You will probably have other cellmates.
Gotta learn how to work them noodles.
Noodles.
Shade complete.
It wouldn't be Hot Take Thursday without a shady moment. So we should just put this on the record, you know, we're gonna be out of the office in 9 minutes. Okay. Pencils down.
That's fact.
I forgot I lost my pencil, so
What? Oh my goodness. So yeah,
It's here somewhere. I'm just saying.
Okay.
If I really wanted to look for it, it's somewhere here. But
okay. So it's there somewhere. Okay. So we're gonna be gone for the next at least 4, right, Mark? At least 4 episodes, Tuesday, Thursdays.
yeah, at least 4.
Okay. So in that time, Tebow, Sector Sunday, is that still going?
Yeah, so it is still going. We'll have one this week, which will be kind of different. We gonna have the big push-up cousin Q on, and he gonna give us some sector information rundown. And then the week after that, we'll continue with the tournament that we got going. If you haven't watched the tournament, make sure you go watch the Bull versus Bear videos. They're very informative and entertaining and pure come-up style.
It's really good, y'all. It's really good. So, and I'm not just saying that because it's on my channel. Like what? Tebow, give us the time we can check in and see that.
Yeah, so that'll be at 8 Eastern on Sundays. Every Sunday. That's 5 Pacific, 7 Central. Y'all know the math. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So this Sunday, y'all.
Yo, Mark. You are wild.
Stop him.
Hey, what's crazy? He had all these filters. His picture, his connection ain't cut out once.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. So we got Sector Sunday. So y'all will have that while we're gone. Then also it's a good opportunity to catch up on things, brush up on things. And I don't want you to, spend all your time on the screen though. Connect with your cousins. Y'all could be studying together. You could do all kinds of stuff. So definitely you could work on technical analysis with your cousins. You could work on fundamentals with your cousins. Just get active in these streets.
Yeah, and stay away from, I'm gonna leave it alone.
What were you gonna say?
It's interesting how we didn't talk about Robinhood's IPO, though that, I guess there's no need for us to do that since CNBC talked about it all day. So,
I mean, I did mention, they flopped. I did mention that earlier on in the market overview. Your favorite ticker symbol, HOOD.
Yeah.
But
I can bearing gifts.
Oh, good. Does it come with a bow?
No. But I will say this: pay attention to State Street, ticker STT. Pay attention to RH Restoration Hardware. Pay attention to Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG. And I won't give another one. 3 is a good number.
Yeah, that's good. Focus on those. See what's up. Have your fundamentals, technicals ready for that. We may be coming back talking more in depth than that. Mark will be recording new episodes, right, Mark?
I have already recorded some.
Okay, so
hopefully that when they release, they kind of like, how did he know?
Steve, we're to get to that editing quick then, so it'll come out on time.
It's like, what happens when your future self comes back to talk to your present day self?
Ooh, sounds like complicated graphics. Nice. Anything else? Any other announcements? I think that's everything.
Outside of the fact that when we get back, be on the lookout because we're gonna have a pretty dope episode and interview with one of the most phenomenal women in the investment landscape in the game. More details will come out soon.
Look, that's happening.
Okay.
Say less.
Yeah, so get ready because y'all have seen us on, energy that has been, I don't know. I mean, it's been there, obviously, but when we recharge, it's a whole different vibe. The levels, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that. And
the new come up list comes out tomorrow, just as a heads up.
Oh, the new SIPs?
Well, it may be Sept. It may actually carry on a new name since we're officially out of season 1 and everything else. We may as well, we may as well start it over. You never know. This may even be the end of Trade Talk Tuesday and Hot Take Thursday.
A lot of changes are coming to the come up, y'all. Just put it that way. But don't worry, you'll still get, value and quality and all that. That's it.
That's it?
I mean, we got
Wait,
3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes.
I mean,
Y'all ready to get up?
I'm trying to be on vacation now. What
Y'all
the heck?
too happy that y'all got these filters. Y'all are ready
No,
to get up
where's
out
my
of here.
vacation backdrop? Here we go.
Jolene got her out of office on.
Right.
I'll be ready to wrap it up.
Well,
What's crazy is like I'm used to looking at y'all like this now, which is wild. Like Jolene, it feels normal.
A little squish.
Well,
Mark, we got to work on that. But Jolene, you chilling?
Look here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna say this. As we move forward, and correct me if I'm wrong, I could have sworn that we are still on target for the 4,500 and the S&P 500 target, though that some folks say that it's going to be at I think 4,600, but that's a very bullish target. So that's the bullish target, but mine is still at 45, and then essentially we have to start making some significant decisions. So be on the lookout there. And like I was trying to mention in the last episode, be on the lookout because you're going to probably see a slew of rolling corrections. So essentially, you may not see every single sector correct to 10%. You may see some sectors correct or just pull back by 2 to 3%. Some sectors may pull back by, say, for example, 5 to 6%. But ultimately, on aggregate, it'll pull the S&P down probably to about 10, roughly. I'm going to probably say about 8 to 9%. When the correction time happens. No one knows the day nor the hour, but at the same token, you know that it's coming. So just be on the lookout there. Just do your due diligence and research. And here's something when I say that, there's things like the Trader's Almanac, and then on top of that, there's also now a light version of Y charts. So if you want to check that out, go check it out because it's pretty dope. But if you want to just use the 7-day trial, if you have a slew of emails, have fun, go mad.
Wait, how much is the light version? Because you said the regular one was like $500 a month.
Yeah, so now the light version is actually $500 for the year.
Okay. Because Zach's is like 300 or something.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But we know that there's going to be some cousins that will probably round up together and ultimately make that work and possibly pull it together. So there's that. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. If we correct, I'm probably assuming that we're going to probably correct down to about a 4,000 and the S&P 500, maybe 3,900. But that's ultimately where I probably see those targets really start to hit. But yeah, just be on the lookout for those things. And on that note, thank you, Tivo. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Ashlyn. And of course, thank you, Jolene. It's been a wonderful season. It's been wonderful. This is going to be my second vacation ever. So as an adult. Honestly, I feel like this is definitely like one of those opportunities where I've been on the stage for the very last, for this last episode of this season with some amazing and phenomenal people. So thank you for being up on stage with us. And Jolene, you know the vibes. Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay.
Well, I'm off the clock now. It's 6:01.
Well,
put my real face on for this.
Until next time, y'all. I'm Mark Monroe.
Tivo Tivanachi, your favorite cousin's favorite cousin.
Mrs. Shannon B.
Oh, you on mute?
Dag, already off. And I'm Ashley, your educator cousin, struggling on Zoom, but we here, y'all. We here.
Y'all, and this has been your come up. Hopefully you
I didn't even get to say my name yet. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. See, that's how you know the vacation vibes are here. My bad.
Wow, disrespectful.
Man, it's Jolyngc and the place to be on vacation. Yes. Woo!
For real, for real. I'm sorry, Jolene.
Good.
And this has been your come up. We hope that you enjoyed the show. We hope that you got to laugh. We hope the kids enjoyed. They got to point at the screen and be like, oh, it's Mark, it's Jolene, it's Tina,
Yeah, we're going
it's Jen,
wild.
it's Dashlyn. So I hope that they were all able to enjoy. Everybody got something out of it. Stay safe out there because, you know, we're still running a pandemic. Hug somebody, be kind, keep researching, keep learning, keep growing, because the more you learn, the more you earn. And we'll see you next season, y'all. Peace.